Okay, maybe a little more of a dream state kind of music. Hello, everyone. Congrats, Carrie, your first day on YouTube. Blue, good morning to you. Good morning to Kevin on YouTube this morning. Renee is on Facebook. Hope you guys are doing well. Welcome to the blog, the very mysterious blog here at 53 minutes after the hour. Happy Wednesday to you. Hope you've had a good week so far. Nice, cool morning. This is going to be a relatively short blog today because there's really just not a whole lot to talk about. There have been some minor issues and changes that have been showing up in the past 24 hours. I'll at least highlight that, get you to the 7th day, and I'll get you guys on your way so you can enjoy the rest of your day today because we have a lot more to cover, obviously, coming up for tomorrow. Let's get into the fall outlook. As always, the countdown. Oh, yeah, there we go. 26 days and counting to the autumnal equinox. That will be on a Monday afternoon, so we'll be here on the blog that morning, but it will still be technically summer for that day of transition as we evolve over into fall. And, of course, an update to the outlook for the fall period. Coming away up tomorrow, right here on the blog. Same time, same channel, same social media device. What does anyone say anymore? What's the new clicky way to say that? I don't know what it is. Anyway, that'll be tomorrow. Been going through some interesting stats so far. And there's been an obvious signal. What I will do today, if I get time, and I'm trying to budget the time for that today, sometime mid-afternoon, we'll see, but look for it on my TikTok, Be Good WX, Be Good Weather. That's the abbreviation we use for weather here, especially in TV. But Be Good WX, I will at least release 1 or 2 maps on there of what I'm going to include tomorrow. That will give you an idea where I'm going to go. All right, so look for that TikTok later on for today, the day today, the age we live in. Carrie, you're right. Same time, same stream. That makes a lot more sense. Why didn't I think of that more clearly? All right, lows this morning, 56 in Louisville. Didn't drop lower this morning as we thought we would. Heat out effect, it fought back. It's like, you know what? We're not in the mood for a record today, so we're just going to keep you at 56. Lexington did hit a record, 46 right now, or this morning. Several 46s, several 43s. The coolest I was able to find, I believe, Meade County again, 42 degrees this morning. So nice and crisp and cool kind of flavor. Right now, we'll start to reverse from here on, and I don't have anything to this level anywhere in the 10-day right now. So just to give you an idea, this was the last of the really cool air mornings to enjoy. We will have cooler than normal for a while, but to this level, to getting to the point where records get discussed, this is the last of it. We will start to slowly climb out of this as we get into the next few days, especially, and a little more humid. Still waiting for the true sign. To me, the true sign of fall is when the pumpkins are set out at Huber's Orchard and Winery. They're not there yet. I know when it happens because they get the wagons in place. They start getting the stands and the wood all lined up to the side, ready to build the stands to house all the gourds and the pumpkins there. They're not there yet. They're not there yet. And I grew pumpkin this year, my first time. I think it got a late start because the way the wet season was. It just seemed like it really took off. So I don't know if I'm going to have any pumpkins, but if I have any, I will bring them in. But I don't know if I'm going to have many on the vine. They're just now starting, so I don't know if I have enough time. If you are a pumpkin grower connoisseur, maybe you can shed some light on that. I did not get that green thumb. Let's see. Hey, Dan, how you doing? Watching on a flight to Dallas right now. It was cold out there this morning. Yeah, it was nice and chilly out there for sure. Dallas will be a little different when you land there. I guess you're going to Dallas Love, right? Are you going to Love Field? Hey, Wyatt, hope you're doing well. Hello, Mark. Always good to hear from you guys. Okay, so let's dive into it. Right now, this is one of the newer maps that I'm sure will change here several times in the coming days. But the burn bans, oh man, you missed that. It's been nearly a year since we've had to talk about this. But Henry County was added to the burn ban list. Greene, Taylor, and Adair. Also, well, Greene was added yesterday, I believe, or Monday. But you were first, I think, in our area on the list. But we have at least 4 counties now in wave country, but several counties surrounding us real close. Whether it's in Metcalfe County to Bowling Green, burn bans are in place. So this is not a shocker. Obviously, we're just getting drier and drier. The ground got sampled yesterday, so the drought index will also come out tomorrow as we're doing the fall outlook. So I got a feeling we'll have all this fill in with probably a moderate drought, because the current map shows moderate drought just on the edges there of Adair into Marion, and then a very low wind status along the river. But again, we'll find out what the official map will be tomorrow. Right now we're at 60 here in Louisville. Some spots still in the 50s, but it was, with dry air, you heat up cool, or heat up faster, right, than you would with a humid air. So cool this morning, rapidly warming, on our way up into the mid to upper 70s for this afternoon. A little more of a dance in the sky today too, with some of the high level clouds. You can't see it yet, but we'll have some cirrus at times will be flowing in here, and some cumulus again will pop. So another very mixed sky, but very pretty outside. The humidity remains very much on the low side. So the storyline is still the same. This area of moisture will continue to hug along a boundary in the front. They'll be around the Gulf Coast area, into perhaps the eastern Gulf, into the Big Bend area of Florida, and then it'll come off the east coast of the Carolinas and head up to perhaps New York City as we head into next week. Now, what is interesting about that is that it has signs of trying to take on tropical characteristics, but it looks more extratropical right now. And what I mean by that is a tropical system loses fronts. It has its own machine. That's why it's a circular look, a symmetrical circle or a buzzsaw look on a tropical system when they're mature. An extratropical cyclone has an apparent warm front and a cold front, a comma shape look to it. This one's still showing a comma shape as it goes up the eastern seaboard, but it wouldn't surprise me that may get at least some subtropical characteristics to it that will likely deepen the low. A typical nor'easter, really, is showing up as we head toward the Labor Day holiday for the big cities there. So you have plans to go to Rhode Island, Nantucket, even New York. Just stay close to the weather, because this system may cause a bit of, even if not direct impacts on rain and wind inland, which is pretty unlikely, it would impact flights. Maybe some delays there with that, but it will stay to our south and east. Our front that's moving our way, it's kind of like a lopsided front that's just going to kind of just drift down slowly at an angle and slide right into southern Indiana and northern Kentucky, as you'll see here in a second, coming up in the next 36 hours. There's still not a lot of moisture with this, of course, because the flow is not one that's, full on Gulf moisture and humidity blasting in Kentucky. That would have led to a more of a heavy rain, showers, and thunderstorms type scenario. But that's not where the flow is coming from. And even if it tried to, all these showers, which will be redeveloping in the warmer part of the day here today, will block any of that moisture. So all we have to work with is whatever this boundary is trying to scoop up, and it's just not impressive. Not impressive. So it's going to be really tough to get much excitement on rain out of this. So here it is on Futurecast. We'll go through it. Again, today kind of a mixed sky, very similar to what we had Monday, where we had the higher deck of clouds south, and then we had the cumulus clouds everywhere else, away from the higher deck. That will be for another pretty sky tonight. Temperatures, again, we'll still have some 40s tonight. Don't get me wrong, just a couple degrees up from where they were last night. So say Meade County was 42. They're looking like a 45, 46. Still awesome. Louisville may end up more like 56, 57. Close to where we were. But what I'm saying is the drop from here on for this week is over. It's just now either basically holding steady tonight, but certainly an upward tick will be taking place in the coming days ahead. Here comes the front dropping in. Does try to develop a little bit of cape. See a bit of red showing up way up to the north. Yeah, that's not going to be an issue here. But as it drops down, here we go with the wee hours. We never say that, do we? In normal talk. Okay, I'll see you in the wee hours of the morning. It's always in meteorology we say that, in the wee hours, or a Dateline episode. Anyway, in the wee hours of Friday morning, that is when the front will drop in. Yeah, a few little blips showing up there. Can't rule it out. I mean, we got a 10% in. Maybe that 10% is you. I hope it is. We need something, right? Wouldn't last very long anyway, unless you washed your car this week and you've been trying to keep it really shiny. Then when these are definitely coming to you. You were in trouble. They are coming right at you. But But it will allow for that small reset late Friday night into Saturday of dropping down again and briefly in the upper 70s to around 80. But there is a small change in the outlook that as this low moves across the southern part of the country, again, how inland it is will matter on how extratropical it is. If it hugs a little more south along the waters themselves, I mean, there's going to be some interruption there over Florida, but Florida is fairly flat, so it really would be minor. But if it can stay near the Gulf Stream area, it could develop a little more of a subtropical look to it as it heads into the cooler waters to the north for a nor'easter look. But if it's a little more inland, which the Euro tries to hint at times, then there could be a backwards wave of moisture that will be thrown over the Appalachians coming in from the east. Guess when that would be? Any guesses when I'm probably going to say this is going to happen? Let's see. What'd you say, Sean? Had to bring out the hoodie this morning. Too bad it was on temporary. Yeah, I mean, it's a long temporary. We'll take that. Let's see. Adam, no one watches during the calm weather. No one watches in calm weather, Adam. I'm used to that. No one's paying any attention to what we got to say, and especially me. They're like, oh, he's just going to ramble about something with fall and wishing for snow because there's nothing else to talk about, that kind of thing. But you guys are dedicated. You're the crew, all right? If I don't see you here, I get worried. I get worried, very worried. Okay, you guys are right. Yes, it's Labor Day. So here we are, Saturday. Let me clear this off. And you start to see the hint of it Sunday night. Look right here along the spine of the Smokies there. And then watch as we head into Labor Day. It enhances even more. And again, it's a backwards phase in response to just a general circulation that the low is going to have here. Eventually, there's a mini transfer. We see this a lot more in the northeast where you have a low that moves in and then it transfers over to a coastal low kind of thing, like in the wintertime. Fairly similar. Not quite the same mechanics, but it will be a low pressure in the southeast. It'll likely be transferring off the coast to another low that will then become the one that goes up the east coast there. But because of this feature trending on the modeling to linger longer than what it looked like even 24 hours ago, because it looked like this lead low was going to be the main one all the way up the coast, but now with it starting off inland and then transferring over, like my drawings, that is throwing at least a shower chance. But it's also aiming into central and southern Kentucky for that shower, maybe a thunderstorm risk for Labor Day. But it's in the area that needs it the most. So I think right now no one's going to complain too much other than the idea that if you're going to be out boating or camping for Labor Day, just keep this in the back of your mind, and we'll just see how this is. It's only Wednesday, so this could keep evolving. I mean, the low could not do the transfer and just be full-on only a water-type setup where it stays south of I-10. But if it is doing that 1-2 idea of land and then going to water, then we may have to deal with some rain chance here for Labor Day. It's small end, but we need the rain, so I'm hoping no one complains too much about it. And we don't have too long of a gap here. This will delay a little bit of our warm flow because of the way the wind flow is with this transfer of the low. We don't really see as much of a surge now into the upper 80s. We may generally stay in the low to mid 80s at best because our next front is moving in, and this one's going to bring with it a lot of clouds and with it some cooler weather. Again, the blue indicating under 80 degrees, so we'll likely stay cool with some showers at some point. This is our best rain chance I see for everyone watching. The best rain chance is going to be about next Wednesday or Thursday. And even then, I hope it holds, because sometimes these global models, they're not high res as our short-term models are, so sometimes they can get a little overzealous on showing rain like this, and then as we get closer in time, it looks a lot weaker. So, but that's our best shot, nearly a week away. And then it allows for another cool drop for next weekend. Not this one, but the next one, for at least a day or two. Doesn't last very long. I do see that as soon as that moves out, we warm right back up again, and back into the 80s we go, and then we'll see more drops coming in after that. We'll see how that trends for the rest of September into October, and again, I'm going to go all the way into November coming up tomorrow. But let's stop there for now. I'm going to give too much away. Here's your entire 10-day. Not a bad setup, right? Upper 70s today, lower 80s. There's that front moving down. Not much with it as it drops in from Omaha. And then we'll start the weekend off nice, but we will at least add in that rain chance for Labor Day for especially Kentucky. As we get a little more humidity, it will feel more humid out, so a little more in the summer side here because lows will be in the 60s again. So not as much of relief, but 60s is still good. I mean, we were getting stuck around 80, right? So 60s is good. And then we'll get into the stronger front next Wednesday and Thursday. We'll do another reset after that. Pretty self-explanatory, guys. This is an easy one. All you got to do is just look at the features on the chart and kind of just look at the storyline they're trying to tell you as they evolve. And once you figure out those pieces, it all works out great. What did you say, Sean? 90s gone for good, is what you're asking, Adam? No, I don't think we're done with the 90s, but a heat wave is unlikely. Mid-90s, the heat index 110, that kind of stuff. Yeah, that's over. But can we still get to 90 or a 91 or a 92? Yeah, still think it's possible. The sun needs to go a little. This is such an early preview to fall that we're thinking this is going to lock in, but you got to understand this is still 30 days, nearly 30 days ahead of schedule for even a fall preview almost. So to get this now puts us in a very iffy spot that we could still get to 90. It's still possible. The sun can still do it, and especially if we're in a drought, it can certainly still do it. So no, we have not removed 90s from the official forecast yet for the rest of the year. I'll let you know when I feel very confident we can make that call. I do not feel confident to make that call yet. Hang tight. There's going to be a lot more 70s and 80-degree days out there than there will be a 90. So any 90-degree temperatures will be very short-lived, 1 or 2 days at best. So maybe that helps with the steam. We'll go with that. All right, I'm going to run for now. I got several things to take care of today, obviously, so I'm going to run. You guys take care of each other. We'll see you all coming up on the flip side at 11 a.m. on midday. And again, look for the TikTok post today. Be Good, WX. I have a few maps I could choose from. I haven't decided which one yet. I'll let you know coming up when you see the post. All right, take care, guys.